everybody, this is Taytalks 2. I'm holding up 4 fingers, but there are 2 on each side. It means peace too. Woo. I skipped a couple weeks. I have good reason to have skipped a couple weeks. One reason is because I had finals for college, and that takes a lot of attention and time. The other reason is that my dad had a heart attack. That's actually not funny. That's not. I want to make a joke about it, just because it's an uncomfortable topic, but it is what it is. It happened. So, I've been a little bit busy, and I posted 3 new videos for singing because I wanted to make up for the lost time. And the first one is called Foolish Games by Jewel, and that one is for my dad. The second one is You Were Meant for Me, also by Jewel, for Mom. And then my third song that I uploaded is called Let It Go, and it's by James Bay, who's very classy right now, and everybody knows him. Like, in the UK, he's really big, but here he's kind of like, oh, he's big, but like he's not as big as he should be. Anyways, my fiance Melina is in love with him. Like, it's insane. And so I sing that one for her. Since it's Taytalks 2, oh my goodness. It's like I don't ever talk at all with the slurring and stuff, but I wanted to do a little tiny brief story about coming out, just because I want to keep it in the vein of, gay stuff. Oh my god, I came out when I was 16 years old, and I had struggled for a long time with it. I think people often ask me, like, when did I know? And I was really cognizant of it when I was 14 and 15, and I was struggling with it on a very, surface, very, present level. But before that, all throughout my life, I always was interested in women. Always. I had huge crushes on my babysitters. And I can still remember the names of 3 or 4 of them because I was so into them. Those were my crushes at the time. Also, I was into Princess Jasmine because she had no clothes on. And Ariel for the same reason. Ariel's really hot. Also, I like her under the water thing, but as an adult, she's really ditzy and it drives me bananas. So, anyway, I came out at about 16. I was a junior in high school when I was super, super duper out. And I remember, this is really funny, and I bet Keith Hancock will laugh at this, but I was really nervous that some people would not like me anymore, because I was gay openly. And my teacher, my choir teacher, Keith Hancock, who I call Gerard, that's his middle name, he made a joke about it, and that's how I knew I was in the clear. It was good. We were on the bus, and he goes, "Hey Tay, come out of the bus. You get it? Come out." And I laughed really hard, and it was one of the warmest moments, because it was oh my god, Hancock accepts me. The worst is over, and he's my bro, so it's gonna be okay. But yeah, I was out in high school, and I kind of had this fantasy that if I came out, a bunch of lesbians would appear for me to date and hang out with. Didn't happen. I was, I think, the only girl who was out during my time period. I think there maybe was 1 or 2 others that were kind of sort of out, but it was really rare to find. Which is funny looking back because I have a lot of friends who have come out in college, and I was where the fuck were you when I was alone and the token lesbian? And I was in the drama department too, so there were a lot of gay men there. Well, boys at the time, but men now. So I don't know what happened, but my coming out story is a really happy one because I told my parents and they totally accepted me. I mean, at first they were disbelieving, and not in a mean way, but okay, Taylor, you're gay, whatever. I think I had said I was bisexual at the time because I really genuinely wasn't sure if I also liked boys, and bisexual felt safer to say. And then I kind of thought about it a long time, and I'm no, I just like girls. Just like girls. And so that was that process. But I took my parents to this place called PFLAG, P-F-L-A-G, which is a place to go if you yourself are gay, or if you are a family member of somebody who's gay, and PFLAG helps you out. And it was really fantastic. And my parents went with me, and that's kind of how that all came about. And they really supported me after that. And I know my dad in particular was worried for me coming out because I wanted to be a teacher. And I also wanted to work with kids. And I do work with kids now. I do work with kids. I'm not a teacher, and I might not end up being one. But that's not because I'm gay. That's just because I kind of want to pursue acting and other stuff first. But he was afraid that if I came out, no one would hire me. And that was a scary thing to hear from my parent, you know. But I didn't let it stop me from coming out. I did it anyways because I didn't want to lie. I didn't want to live a lie. I didn't want to hide something about myself. I couldn't do it. And it's turned out that, you know, there are some things that I can't say at work, you know, that I don't really need to anyways because I work with really little ones. We're talking like 6 months to usually 5 years. We have older kids, but the age range is right in there. And I don't need to talk about my personal life with those kids, but it is hard sometimes with the older ones, and it can be hard in other environments where I have to actively conceal the gender of my fiance. Just because on the off chance that, you know, a parent finds out that there's a lesbian with their kids, they might get offended, they might get upset. But generally speaking, I'm treated very respectfully by everyone that I know, and I'm able to do what I want to do. And I guess that's what I wanted to say about this particular video is a lot of coming out stories are terrifying. I hear some of these things and I'm just like, oh man, you know, and I know I'm really blessed to have the parents that I do. And, you know, I had my problems with telling my family. I have cousins who are really, really religious, and it was terrifying telling them. But in the long run, it's the best thing I ever did because they still love me for who I am. And, you know, they might not agree with me on being gay, but they don't treat me badly. And I, in turn, treat them kindly. And I think we forgive each other for not matching up to each other's exact desires in that way. And that's kind of part of a relationship, you know, and I think ideally, you know, we could demand to be accepted, but sometimes you have to take people as they are. And if they can meet you halfway, let them meet you halfway, you know? But yeah, my coming out story is a pretty easy one. But I think it's important to share these stories. You know, for a long time, I didn't want to talk about my coming out story because I was like, it was no big deal, I guess. You know, I struggled and, you know, I still experienced my own form of discrimination. And I've always had to come out over and over again because I don't know what it looks like to be gay, but apparently I don't look that way. So I constantly have to tell people I'm gay. I don't like walk into a conversation and I'm like, hey, my name's Villet and I'm a gay person. I used to do that though when I first came out. I'm like, hi, I'm Tay. I'm a lesbian because I really was excited about it. But now it just sort of comes up. But if I don't say something, people assume I'm straight, you know, and so that's something that's kind of cool and interesting about coming out is that you never stop coming out, ever. It's like a process the first time, and then you just get really good at it. You like refine coming out, like, oh, by the way, my fiance who's a woman, or like she, and then they're like, do you mean she, or my partner, and then they're like your work partner, or like, and I'm like, no, like my boner partner, I bone her. So anyways, that's my coming out story. And I'll probably elaborate on that in another video, but just wanted to share that and invite anybody else to share theirs back. I'd love to hear your coming out story. So if you want to like write it down in the comments or make a video back and be like, hey Tay, this is my video, come see my video. I would totally watch your video because that's rad. And we should share these because our community needs to be strong and we need to talk about shit. And especially for lesbians, because the lesbian community is very like perforated. Like I feel like I don't know any other lesbians. Like I do, but we need to have a stronger lesbian community. And also I think just a stronger community between all LGBTQ, etc. people. So yeah, let's keep talking. And Taytalks 3 will probably come at the end of this week to make up for the fact that I missed a couple of weeks in there. But maybe it won't. Maybe you'll have to wait another week, which I know is devastating and hard, but we'll get through this together, okay? All right. I wanted to say sayonara, but I've never said that before in my life until just now. It's a really weird sign off. So I'll just say, stay classy, world.